4th down and 6. Olbridge gotta have it. Shotgun formation. Nugent, a lot of time. Rolls out. He's running out of space. Will roll the other way. They look, corner of the end zone. Touchdown!
Rowan heading for the touchpad with the lead, and the Profs will take the men's 400-yard freestyle relay.
Andrews will be in shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll throw it down the left sideline. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got the touchdown.
Motion man is Simmons. Trotman throwing towards Simmons down the field, and he makes the catch in traffic for a Bearcats touchdown.
Back to pass, middle of the field. The catch is made by Britt. She's off to the races at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Britt is in for the score.
Back on in, here's Yoxon. Yoxon to the backhand, trying to go to the front, makes the move and shot, and he scores!
And Gracie comes set and delivers. And that's it on the ground to second. Rhode first, in time, and the ball game is over. South Shore survives a late scare, and they are the 2024 New York State Little League Baseball champions. Live from Great Kills Little League in Staten Island, New York, the PDF Sports Network welcomes you into continued coverage of the 10U Eastern Regional Softball Championship. In our second game, here on the third day of pool play, Rhode Island takes on Massachusetts. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joe Foreman alongside my broadcast partner, Nicholas Bavona. And Nick, it's a battle of 0-2 teams. The loser ends up in the play-in game 4 versus 5. The winner will advance into the 2 versus 3 game in this pool. Plenty on the line for these two teams, both vying for their first win.
Well, you just said it right there and then, Joe. The winner goes to the 3 seed versus 2 seed game tomorrow. The loser will have to play a play-in, and then if they win that play-in, they will have to then take on Connecticut, who in our first game of the day, we saw clinch that number 1 seed in the New England region. So Connecticut is the 1 overall seed. They will take on the winner of either Vermont and the loser of this game in tomorrow's semifinal matchup. So there's a lot of a big difference because also, Joe, the big difference is having to play either 1 game tomorrow or having to play 2 games potentially tomorrow as well.
Definitely a big difference maker. Whether or not you can avoid that play-in game, I think it makes it much more difficult when you have the 2 games back-to-back, especially when you have a Connecticut team waiting that has played so well during pool play and has won games convincingly, such as the game we saw earlier today, winning that one via the run rule. Meanwhile, this is my first look at this Massachusetts team. It's a team you've covered already, but I did cover this Rhode Island team, and they were on the short end of a 1-run result. That was against Maine. Maine, a team that finished pool play with a record of 3-0. So this Rhode Island team not to be overlooked. Same goes for this Massachusetts team, despite the 0-2 record. We're about set to get underway here from Great Kills. Leading things off for Rhode Island will be the first baseman, number 13, Natalie Marichal. She's working on her batting gloves right now, and she will be facing Mila Yu, starting pitcher on the side of Massachusetts.
I saw Mila Yu on day 1's coverage when Massachusetts took on Maine. Got in some early trouble, was able to work out of some jams as the game went on, Joe, but the bottom of the 5th inning was the difference maker of that game. It was 3-2 Maine going into that inning. Maine put up 9 runs in the inning and walked it off via mercy rule by the final of 12-2. So that was a bad inning for you. You certainly think that she's going to try to make sure that does not happen again here today. The last game that they played was against Connecticut, of course, on Saturday. Our broadcast partner, Aaron Cohen, was on the call for that. Connecticut was good in that game as well. They pitched a shot. They gave up just 1 run. Their only run they've given up this entire tournament. And now we'll see what these 2 teams do here today. As we mentioned, the winner moves on to the 3 seed. The loser goes to the play-in.
We're underway with a swing and miss. Strike 1 on Marichal. She had to get that batting glove on. Got an assist from her manager and the home plate umpire. As that pitch is in for a called strike, 0-2.
And as you mentioned, for this Rhode Island team, you and I have each covered one of their games so far in this pool play, as that one just hit foul behind the plate. I covered their first game on Sunday, their game against Connecticut, a 5-0 loss to Connecticut. And in that game, again, another one where some chances they had early in that one, but let it slip away late. Connecticut's pitching was good in that one as well. They had pitched a shutout on that game. And Rhode Island had some run troubles in that one, but you have the more info about their game against Maine that happened just a couple days ago.
That one fought off foul, and they showed a lot of fight in that game against Maine. They were trailing by 3 runs, and then late in that game, they put a 2 spot up in the 5th inning. That brought them to within a run. They then threatened in the 6th inning, but were not able to break through and ultimately lost that game by a run. And, Nick, this pool looks a lot different on the New England side of things if they win that game. As that pitch skips in, 2-2. Two and two. Up high, ball 3. Payoff pitch. Up and away, ball 4.
Leadoff walk to start this game.
And we saw that in our early game, Nick. A lot of full counts, and the game began with a walk. And those leadoff walks oftentimes come back to hurt you as a pitcher. This is Savannah Shabbat, and she fouls that one back.
You had a remarkable pitching performance from Shabbat the last time you covered this Rhode Island team.
Strikeouts galore in the games I covered over on field number 1. That's hit toward the right side, played cleanly at second. And the throw to first is in time from Weber. Taking a turn at second, but stopping is Marichal. And it's a ground out for Shabbat, moving the runner into scoring position.
And a Marshall now will get an RBI opportunity here with 1 gone in the inning.
Marichal to bat, with Marichal at second base, as that's taken out of the zone, ball 1. And Natalie is going to command some attention over there at second, trying to get in the head of the battery here as that's swung on and missed, and there she goes for third. The throw bounces in, not in time. And now, Marichal stands at third, 1 out in the inning, and a ball in play here could make it a 1-run ball game. And Nick, did that pitch get far away enough to be considered wild, bouncing in?
I would think so. Tough, close call, but I would think. I think you could go down as a wild pitch as a strikeout for the second out.
So Maddie Marichal strikes out, and Maya Glassford will be the batter.
A Roadrunner competition winner.
She tripled in the game I covered earlier in the week over at field number 1.
We had 3 different winners from 3 different teams in that skills competition that just took place yesterday.
That one got to the backstop. Marichal is going to force them to walk her back over to third. Charlotte Staples behind the plate for Massachusetts in this game. Count 1-1 on Glassford. Has a swing and a miss, 1-2. And not only did Glassford triple in that game I covered over the weekend, but it was probably the hardest hit ball in the games that I covered over on that field. And here she goes down on strikes to retire the side. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mila Yu. We head to the home half of inning number 1. Still scoreless.
S Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week, with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
Home first inning from Great Kills. No score between Rhode Island and Massachusetts in a battle for the number 3 seed in the New England pool. Still plenty to be decided here on this final day of pool play in this 10U East Regional Softball Championship. Hadley Tompkins, leadoff batter for Massachusetts, behind 0-1 after that swing and miss. She gets the start in left field. That one fouled back. Count 0-2 now.
Tompkins had a very impressive time in the Roadrunner competition, but unfortunately was not able to get into the final 3 because we had a couple of sub-under 12 numbers that got into that final 3.
Chopper to third. Played on a hop. Throw a bit high, and that one ends up down the line. Tompkins never stopped running, and she slides into second base safely. What do you think? Infield hit an error on the throw or error on the throw?
I think error on the throw.
We'll get a look at it on the replay. Probably from the side camera would be the best view of safe or out had the throw been good. Meanwhile, Lennon Metlock is the batter. Yeah, they had her. That's throwing error. And they're going to check on Tompkins over at second.
Hopefully she is okay.
Didn't see where she was shaken up. Maybe the replay on the wide shot would give us some clarity there, Nick, but I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either. He's going to remain in the game.
See anything there, Nick?
Maybe on the slide.
I'm thinking maybe that left leg getting pinned under her body on the slide, perhaps.
She thought about going to third, but she'll hold back.
So as I mentioned before, Lennon Metlock, the batter. Well, I had one similar such instance of the leg pinned under the body, and it's a bit comical, so I'll share it with you after this. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2, but can you guess which outdoor winter activity caused that to happen to me?
Outdoor winter activity.
I've actually told the story on the air once before.
I'm sure
as
you
that's
have.
it out to right field, falling fast and caught. Good play in right by Blake Tucker. And scrambling back to second is Tompkins.
Now, yeah, as you mentioned, holds the runner over at second base. Nice play out in right field by Tucker. I don't know. What sport?
Skiing.
Skiing, okay.
I attempted skiing.
I almost said hockey. I didn't think it was that.
I attempted skiing, and they did not have boots past size 13.5. I needed a 14 in this particular boot, and I was already behind the 8 ball as that's fouled back by Riley Singleton. I went down the slope designed for kids this age, about 10 years old, because I'd never had a set of skis on. I went down the hill once, did not attempt it again. Both legs pinned under my body, went into the fence, knees first, and that was enough. All the kids were laughing at me, and that was it. As that bounces away, and Tompkins will hold at second, 1-1 the count on Singleton.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a bad morning for me, but I thought some comic relief in the midst of an injury might be appropriate, so that's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
That one straight to the backstop, but it takes a good bounce. Throw to third, not in time. Santos got a good bounce off the backstop, but they had no play on Tompkins, and she moves up to third base.
Now a single here for Singleton or something into the outfield could bring home that run.
The good news for both me and Tompkins, we were both good to go after that. I was still okay. And Tompkins clearly not feeling any ill effects as she's able to move up to third. The count now 3-1 on Singleton. Have you ever tried skiing?
No.
I wouldn't recommend it.
And I don't plan on it.
With no experience.
Yeah.
That one down low, ball 4. And Singleton draws the walk.
I got asked to play a hockey game once. I said, nope. I can already tell you I'm going to put those skis on and I'm going to fall right.
Well,
on
I
my
hope you
backside.
didn't put skis on to play hockey.
No,
Skates.
that's skates. Yeah.
Skates.
Yeah, I meant to say skates. Yeah.
Gabby Holtzman, the batter, and she fouls that one back.
Yeah, I knew I was going to put skates on and fall right on my backside, so I said, nope, I'm good.
You were about to say something else.
I was not. Are
you sure?
I'm positive, Joe. I was not going to say anything else.
Donkey emojis in the chat.
Get your mind out the gutter.
If Nick was about to say something else. Half swing there by Holtzman. That gets to the backstop, and moving up to second will be Singleton. And I think they ruled that she went around on that half swing.
Did.
0-2 the count.
Single, though, could bring home 2 runs.
This is a big pitch right here. Shabbat delivers. And that is on the inside corner for strike 3 called.
Huge puncher right there now. How many times, Joe, do we see in that first game? A couple instances like this where the pitcher either got out of the inning or gave up the 2 runs on the single.
It's a really big spot. Al Weber, the hitter, and she takes low. Weber gets the start at second base in this one. The 1-0. Hit in the air, mile high, and out of play, foul ball. Straight into the blind spot.
Straight into the sun.
Well, sun definitely was a factor in our first game. I think it's a bit easier now. The outfielder's not looking straight into the sun. That one chopped foul. Count 1-2. Shabbat looking for one more big strike. And she's got it on the off-speed pitch. Big strikeout for Savannah Shabbat. And Massachusetts will strand a pair in scoring position in the bottom half of the first inning. We head to the second from Great Kills. Still no score.
At Northwell Staten Island University Hospital, we're more than a hospital. We're a part of your life. With advanced care in heart health, cancer treatment, women's services, and emergency medicine, we're here when it matters most. From first breaths to life-saving moments, we deliver expert care with compassion 24/7. Because your health is personal, and we're proud to care for the community we call home. Northwell Health, Staten Island University Hospital, raising health right here on Staten Island.
To sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
Top half of the second inning from Great Kills Little League. No score between Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Traffic on the base paths for both teams. Rhode Island got the leadoff batter into scoring position. That was Natalie Marichal. She was ultimately stranded. And then in the bottom half, Hadley Tompkins reached on a leadoff error. And then Riley Singleton drew a walk. Both were stranded in scoring position. It will be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the visitors here in the second. This is Colby Santos taking out of the zone, ball 1. The 1-0, foul back.
Santos getting another start behind the plate here for this Rhode Island team this week.
1-1. Fouled off.
Just make sure that netting Make sure.
Make sure there's no give in that netting.
Yeah.
I know somebody who parked
Yeah.
just behind the dugout.
So it might have been the spot that I'm parked in where that foul ball went.
Nets are there for a reason, as that's taken out of the zone 2-2.
We'll go into heavy consideration after this game to see if I should move or not.
I think you're good.
I think so too, but you never know.
And there's a shot to left field. Base hit, played on a hop. An absolute scorcher off the bat of Santos. And now as the ball gets away, she thought about second base and will have to retreat. Good recovery on the infield to keep Santos over at first by Weber. And it's a hard hit leadoff single for the Rhode Island catcher.
And you'll see right here, just drills that one into left field, as you mentioned. Leadoff single to start the second.
Blake Tucker at the plate now. Behind 0-1 after that foul ball. Tucker made a nice play charging in from right field during the first inning, and that's a play where if you don't make it, it's big trouble. Well done out there in the outfield. As I mentioned, Nick, the sun, I don't think as much of a factor in this game as it was in the early game. You can see it on our pitcher-batter camera as well. The infield during game one was glistening, almost yellow.
Yeah.
And now the sun more overhead as opposed to the right of the outfielders as it rises behind the Great Kills Swim Club. That bounces in for ball two. There goes Santos, and the ball got to the backstop. Santos still running. They throw to third. Safe. Santos never stopped running, and she takes advantage of perhaps a bit of a lackadaisical exchange there, but that is good base running, picking up the extra base on the wild pitch and then one more on the return to the pitcher.
Yeah, you see it right there, Joe. It was a throw right from behind the plate, right back to you on the circle, and they weren't looking to see where Santos was. She kept running and running and running, and now she's over to third base. A great start of the inning for Rhode Island here.
And Tucker hits one hard right back to you. It's off her glove, and they have no play at first. It's an RBI single for Blake Tucker. Santos in to score, and Rhode Island takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, Tucker's had a couple big plays already in this game. You mentioned that play out in right field, that last half inning. Now an RBI single here.
There's a big swing and a miss by Avery Wright for strike one as you get one more look at that base hit. That ball, another rocket shot. Good job by you just to get a glove on it. And now Wright is in a two-strike hole behind 0-2. That pitch taken low, it gets away. Another one ends up at the backstop, and over to second goes Tucker.
And you see this time around Staples making sure that Tucker this time does not go from first to third on just that one wild pitch.
On a game like this, very easily, that extra run that came home from Santos taking the extra base could be the difference. We'll see if she would have scored anyway. Still nobody out. And Wright goes down swinging.
One gone now in the inning. Big strikeout right there by you. And for this Massachusetts team, already down a run. Still, obviously, a lot of game left. But as we always like to say, Joe, at least minimize this damage. Keep it a one-run score. Going into the bottom half of the inning, you were very close to bringing home a run yourself. Try to see if you could tie or take the lead.
Isabella Scaramuzzo dribbles one to second, and they get the out at first. Two-way in the inning.
They're now one out away from getting out of this jam.
Lucia Scaramuzzo, the batter now. Two away in the inning and a runner on third. And Nick, you think it's safe to assume that the run would have come in on that dribbler?
I think so, yeah.
I agree with you. That one fouled back. 0-1 on Scaramuzzo. Scaramuzzo, one of three extra hitters in the lineup for Rhode Island in this game. And a chance for her to double her team's lead with a base hit. That one fouled off, and it's 0-2. You one big strike away from keeping this a one-run game. Here comes the 0-2. And a good off-speed pitch. Sets down Scaramuzzo swinging. That will retire the side. But not before Rhode Island takes the lead for the first time in this game. 1 run on a pair of base hits and 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 our score.
Deli, we're glad to be your go-to pizzeria, serving you the best pies, signature sandwiches, and gourmet meals in Staten Island since 1971. Visit us at 5373 Arthur Kill Road to find out why we're the island's best for quick bites and full-sized catering. Whether in person or on location with our food truck making stops and bringing it all to you, Town Deli is where excellence in quality meets taste. Voted the island's best. Stop on in and let us serve you. Awards and Trophy Center is proud to sponsor this week's New York State Little League Championship. Located at 1600 Highland Boulevard on Staten Island, we pride ourselves in not only building trophies, but building relationships as we service our community and treat you like family. Your event and its achievements deserve the best. That's why Country Awards and Trophy Center is ready to work with all of our clients to make your event a memorable one, with awards, trophies, and gifts that make a lasting impression. Come see why we love our customers and they love us. Visit us today.
Mila Yu will lead off. Massachusetts to the plate. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, now trailing 1-0. Good aggressive base running by Colby Santos. And an RBI single by Blake Tucker, putting Rhode Island in front with the game's first run. And they had to rid Yu of a towel draped out of her back pocket. First pitch on its way. And Shabbat delivers inside for ball 1. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1.
Well, how big was it, Joe, for you to get out of that last half inning, only allowing just the 1 run and keeping this a 1-run score here in the second?
Definitely an important third out that she was able to get, and she got it with a great off-speed pitch. She was in big trouble very quickly in that inning. First 2 batters reached. She struck out 2 of the next 3. 2-1, inside ball 3. Catchers have been really busy so far in this game as well. The 3-1. In there for a strike, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Foul back, and something I've been really impressed with watching this 10U championship, the patience of these hitters. We have seen a lot of full counts, a lot of lengthy at-bats. I think the chases have been generally limited to hitters' counts. And that pitch is outside for ball 4.
No, it wasn't, Joe.
Oh. She was halfway to first.
She was halfway to the dugout also.
To be fair, Nick, I can't see the umpire.
I know. You know what the strategy...
I thought she threw the bat and ran to first.
You know what the strategy has been for me this week? Well,
looking at this.
I'm looking exactly at the camera in our production truck.
That is true.
That's what I've been looking at the whole week.
So for those who are unfamiliar, as Kalista Doherty takes ball 1, or strike 1. For those unfamiliar with our setup, we really have to get up on the ledge to see the umpire, but we can see the hitter, we can see the pitcher, and partially the catcher as that's fouled off.
Because there's not much of a delay from looking out of the field, looking out onto the laptop where we're using to produce,
There's very little delay. We have to use the second screen.
Right.
We have to use the second screen.
That's literally, I would not have gone through night 1 where, I was by myself. I had to look towards the laptop just to say, okay, I know it's a strike because I just saw the umpire motion it.
That one fouled off. Count 0-2, but I think the monitor is the play, Nick. I have to use the monitor.
Monitor is certainly
I never like to call the game off a screen, but sometimes it needs to be done.
You'll have that vantage point tomorrow.
That one up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Doherty. One, two. Chopped foul. Number 8 hitter, Caitlin Yondek would be next. 6, 7, and 8 to the plate in this inning for Massachusetts. As Doherty goes down on strikes, 2 gone.
Swinging strikeout there. Back-to-back punch-outs to start the inning.
4th strikeout of the game for Savannah Shabbat. Picking up right where she left off last time I saw her. There's a swing and a miss by Caitlin Yondek for strike 1.
And she pitched in Rhode Island's first game, too. I don't remember the exact tally she had in that first game, but had a couple of good strikeouts as well in that one.
There's a chopper past the circle. And no play at second for Glassford. She had to hurry and could make the play. It'll be an infield single for Caitlin Yondek.
That'll go down as the first base hit of this game for Massachusetts and extend this inning.
The question is, if the play is made at second, how close is the play at first? Engage the power of replay, Nick.
This is where she feels the ball.
It would have been a tough play because she
Yeah.
was going to have to underhand it.
Yeah.
I think that's a base hit. That one chopped on the ground
And look at that, Joe.
to the same spot.
And I think that might go down as another hit because she was going towards
Yeah.
second to cover the base.
Charlotte Staples on with a 2-out single. We'll run it back, but you said it, Nick. Glassford was headed in the wrong direction to start. And that became a really tough play, far from routine, after she began with her momentum towards second. Yeah, I think that's probably a hit, but another one that I think is a toss-up because if she scoops the ball up cleanly, they had the out at first.
Right.
But I think that scoop becomes outside of routine once you are headed in the wrong direction. This is Tilly Roach. And that's to the backstop. Both runners will move up. And now this at-bat becomes huge. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs, and Roach is ahead in the count, 2-0.
Well, how many times when we recovered the New York State baseball tournament where we saw these little 2-out rallies start to happen, and it led to some of these teams scoring some runs. We can see one right here in the softball tournament now.
That pitch in for a strike, 2-1, and you're right, Nick. I'd love to have a tally of the 2-out runs that were scored during our baseball championship. It was a big number. 2-1. Bounced foul, 2-2. Big pitch upcoming here. 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count on Roach. Shabbat looking for another big punch out. She already has 4. 2-2. And did she go? The ruling is no swing and a run will score. And that will tie the game at 1 as Roach held up the swing. In from third is Yondek, and we are now even at 1.
Rhode Island was out there to discuss it. I'm not sure why they're announcing another batter. My mistake.
Oops.
Here's a replay of the play at the plate. Just got
I don't feel as bad about miscalling strike 3 anymore, as that one misses out of the zone, ball 4. Well, that's a great at-bat from Roach, who works the walk, and Massachusetts able to manufacture a run and get even here in the second inning.
Oh, boy. There we go.
That will bring up Ella Thang. And she takes a ball, the runner heading for second. And unfortunately, you're in that bind as Rhode Island where you can't afford to throw.
Yeah, you're just going to have to make sure you got to focus on the batter at this point if you're Rhode Island. Get this final out. Keep this game tied at 1.
Roach, the runner at second. Staples on third. The count on Thang 1-1 after that last swing and miss. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
But once again, Joe, Shabbat is one strike away from getting out of the inning.
Perhaps a bit of a bigger spot here than before in a tie ball game now. And she has the strikeout. That is her 5th of the game. And Massachusetts will settle for 1 in the home 2nd inning. 1 run home on a pair of base hits, 2 left. We head to the 3rd, all even at 1.
Tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
Staten Island Academy is the only pre-K through 12 independent school on Staten Island. And it really is designed for students to go through the entire educational experience in one setting.
What the Academy seeks to do is take every student to accelerate their gifts and their strengths and to find those gifts and strengths that are yet unknown.
I think the community is something that you can't match anywhere else. It just makes you feel comfortable doing what you like to do every single day.
And we are back from great kills. Top half of the 3rd inning in a tie ball game. One run per side for each team in the 2nd. And now Rhode Island comes to bat, looking to regain the lead. Millie Gobile will lead things off. First pitch on its way. This is for ball 1. I have to adjust the pronunciation guide. It is Millie Gobile at the plate. There's a big swing and a miss, 1-1.
Have me second guessing for a second.
Yeah, well, the pronunciation guide that I think you hand wrote. Did you handwrite it? Or I don't know where I got it from. Let me see what you have there. Meanwhile, it's 1-2. Yeah, that's not. Oh, I know where I got it from. Okay. Here comes the 1-2. Up and away. So when I covered Rhode Island a couple of nights ago, the public address announcer gave me the PA sheet, and I took a picture of it, and it had Go-Bile.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know anyone who pronounces the word beal, but might have been a mishap, and I certainly had many mishaps with that pronunciation during the game, so I apologize for that the other day. And the payoff pitch is up and away, ball 4. And Gobile draws the walk.
It's honestly a miracle we still have a voice at the way, everything we've been covering over the last over a week and almost a half.
My voice has remained largely intact here. I had a bit of a hiccup during the first game. I don't know if you caught it heading to break, I think it was.
I don't think I did catch it.
You probably didn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said anything. No, I'm curious.
This is Maddie Altruda at the plate. It's 0-1, but we called an arena football championship the other night, and calling the final play of the game, the voice began to go.
Yeah. I started thinking mine was going too when we were calling that. Plus, we also had the New York State tournament as well, this tournament as well. There's been a lot here.
There's a walk-off touchdown for us the other night.
Yes.
As that's taken out of the zone, 2-1 on Altruda. Hitters count here with a runner on base. 2-1. Swung on and missed straight to the backstop. And over to second goes Gobile. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Rhode Island extra hitter. And Tompkins is headed for the dugout for a moment.
Something with the equipment? Just getting water.
Break for hydration, always important.
Yes. We see that when we cover our CSI soccer games.
Usually at the midway point of the half on hot days, we'll get that water break covering soccer. Unfortunately, they don't bring any up to the booth.
That's true.
We're fully responsible for our own. 2-2 the count on Altruda. And that is low. That is to the backstop, and over to third goes Golbeal.
And,
ooh, she almost overslid the base.
Yep.
And they appeared as if they were about to call her out. So, Nick, what's happening when the umpire is calling for time, he is raising his fist and then opening his hand to reveal his palm. So I thought he was calling out. He was calling for time.
Yes.
Almost got me there, Nick. Almost.
So much confusion.
There's a good stop by Tompkins to keep that ball in her glove. That was very nearly another to the backstop. Runners on the corners now. Nobody out for Rhode Island here in the third.
Well, not corners anymore, Joe, because Altruda went straight to second.
Did Massachusetts even realize it?
They did.
And they let it happen. They let it happen figuring.
It's
they're arguing it now, Nick. They're going to argue it.
That has happened a lot this week, though, in fairness to Rhode Island, where we see a walk and immediately the runner will go straight towards second base.
Well, in all fairness, they probably get that base anyway, trying to induce a throw. I don't think Massachusetts throws down, and the runner was headed there anyway. As
DeMario showing bunt.
And Molly DeMario, the number 12 hitter, looking to bunt here. Sends one foul 0-1, and that toss to the circle almost got away. That would have been a run. The 0-1, was that offered at? It was. 0-2.
I remember when we got the pronunciations the first night for DeMario, and I had to make sure it was one of those instances with when how many people pronounce Mario. Is it Mario? Is it Mario? How do you? It's always like always
that
tough.
one got away, not far enough. Well, I'll tell you, as a big Nintendo fan growing up, if I heard somebody pronounce Mario's name Mario, I took exception. I'm headed to Epic Universe soon, Nick.
Should be fun.
Super Nintendo World. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike three, and DeMario goes down swinging.
I saw a lot of Mario apparel last night at our great sponsor, Dave & Buster's.
For Christmas one year, my sister and I were big fans of the 1993 Mario Brothers movie.
Yes.
But for Christmas one year, I got us matching New Era Mario and Luigi hats. That one chopped toward first, and it almost rolled back fair. That was close.
I thought for sure that was going to be foul the whole way, and you're right, it almost did roll back fair.
Natalie Marichal, the batter. But when we go to Epic Universe in a few weeks, she wants to recreate the movie poster with us wearing the hats.
Okay. Got to make sure you don't forget it.
I told her, as long as it doesn't get posted on social media, you can do whatever you want with it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Nobody can see me posing in a Mario hat. 1-1 the count on Marichal, and she fouls that one back, 1-2.
It's going to be the new profile pick.
Maybe.
Well, it doesn't sound like you want it to be.
Well, I don't have social media to check, so I
that's
never
true.
know.
That's
I
true.
never know. The 1-2, way upstairs. What a play by Tompkins to bring it down.
Yeah, just saved a run right there with that catch behind the plate.
Being the backstop is really a full-time job in these games, Nick. You do not get a moment off out in the field. 2-2 fouled away.
I don't know why you're looking towards me, Joe. Any particular reason you're looking towards me?
It's a good thing we don't have sensitive microphones, Nick. It's a party up here.
It's a good thing there's a netting also down that first base line.
That as well. That as well. Another lengthy battle brewing here between pitcher and hitter. Marichal's put together a good at-bat, count even at 2.
And a lengthy conversation as well.
Yes. 2-2. To the backstop again. No advance. Our first game had a lightning quick pace.
Yes.
This one, Not so much.
Well, when you have two teams that are fighting out to be that number 3 seed, lots on the line.
Plenty on the line, plenty of lengthy at-bats. Another payoff pitch, and that's a dribbler to first. And taking it all the way herself was the first baseman, Holtzman. Both runners advance. Into score was the lead runner, Gobio. And it's now a 2-1 Rhode Island lead. RBI for Marichal on what goes down as a 3 unassisted. And now Savannah Shabbat dribbles one to short, and it's booted. And the run will score. An error on the infield plates another Rhode Island run, and that doubles their lead. It's now 3-1.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt Massachusetts as the game goes on, Joe. But big 2 outs once again. 2 runs come to score.
And there's another grounder, this time to second, and they record the 4-3 putout to end the inning. But not before Rhode Island strikes for 2 runs in the frame. Those come home without the benefit of a base hit. 1 error in the field for Massachusetts, and we head to the home half of the third. Rhode Island in front, 3-1.
The Staten Island Fairy Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Fairy Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
Well, Staten Island University Hospital, we strive to address the diverse mental health needs for the community. Listen in for some great tips from the Chair of Behavioral Health, Dr. Rashi Agarwal, and Dr. Brahim Ardolik to support positive outcomes.
Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
And we are back for the home half of the third inning. Penny Stewart gets her first at bat of the game against Savannah Shabbat. And Stewart bunts foul, 0-1.
A now 3-1 Rhode Island lead, Joe. They got 2 runs in that last half inning. 1 on the fielder's choice, another 1 on the error.
Both of these teams have had plenty of traffic in this game. And that's a recipe for success. Put the ball in play. Make the defense do their job. And in that last half inning, an error did prolong the frame and allowed an additional run to come home. And we said it earlier, Nick, in these games, 1 run could be all the difference. These 2 teams vying for a 3 seed in the New England pool as Stewart takes a strike, 2-2. Two. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Stewart down swinging, another strikeout for Shabbat this week.
6 in the game for Shabbat. I'm not sure any pitcher has had more impressive strikeout numbers.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and remember and think. I don't know if anyone's had a high strikeout number like this.
Well, she had 17 in the game against Maine and was the losing pitcher.
Yeah.
Recorded 18 outs, 17 via strikeout.
And not often do you see that happen.
No. This is Hadley Tompkins now behind 0-2. Tompkins reached on a throwing error back in the first, ended up over at third, and was stranded there. Both of these teams have had plenty of traffic early in this game. Plenty of base runners, plenty of chances. There's a swing and a miss by Tompkins, and she is a strikeout victim. 2 gone in the inning.
Just making quick work of this Massachusetts lineup here in this third. Back-to-back punch-outs, now 2 gone.
This is Lennon Metlock. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Might have been foul tipped.
Yeah, I would guess it probably was, though we can't see that area. 0-1. Fouled back 0-2.
I'm wondering if the camera picks up where we are, where the scoreboard is here in the top right corner. Probably doesn't see us.
That's our window, Nick.
That is our window.
If you clear the scoreboard after this at bat,
yeah,
it's grounded to short. And
Safe.
Metlock beats it out easily. It's a 2-out single for the Massachusetts shortstop. And let's go back to the infield camera. Clear the scoreboard. There we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
Do we give a wave to say hello, everyone? Yeah, you can see it on the screen.
You can definitely see us. Unfortunately, we can't see the backstop.
No.
This is Riley Singleton.
Well,
she takes high, and there goes Metlock. And the throw bounces behind the bag. Metlock calls for time.
Yeah, hopefully she didn't do what Tompkins did in that first stolen base attempt we saw earlier.
You think if I made a request to the umpire to signal for time with 2 hands, he would take exception? Because every time he signals time, he raises a fist and then opens his hand. It looks like he's calling out. And the runner gets a few steps off second. Do they take commentator requests? I think the home plate umpire might.
Home plate umpire.
The home plate umpire might.
We have had some instances where we did basketball where, of course, the basketball refs will ask us for a replay and stuff like that. So it's obviously a different sequence.
We've never worked a game where a former athlete that we covered was the home plate umpire. That's bounced to the middle.
It's a slow grounder. And now the runner's going home.
And they did not pick it up. Massachusetts stealing a run on the base paths. They're back to within 1. And credit to Lennon Metlock. Not stopping, heading all the way home. Singleton did her job putting the ball in play, and it's now a 1-run ball game, 3-2.
Well, Joe, once again, look how many outs there are in the inning. Another late 2-out rally. And it's a run from Massachusetts. They're now within 1.
And we'll see if they look to move that tying run into scoring position for Gabby Holtzman. Holtzman behind 0-1, struck out her first time up in the first inning. Pitch. Swung on and missed. It goes to the backstop.
I think they're going to say she made contact with the Joe.
Yeah. So tough to tell.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been easily on second base, the runner.
No doubt. 2-strike pitch. And there's another strikeout for Shabbat. The throw goes to second, but there are 3 outs.
Yes.
There are 3 outs. That will do it for Massachusetts in the home third, but they get a run back on a couple of base hits, no errors. We head to the 4th, 3-2.
To sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
Deli, we're glad to be your go-to pizzeria, serving you the best pies, signature sandwiches, and gourmet meals in Staten Island since 1971. Visit us at 5373 Arthur Kill Road to find out why we're the island's best for quick bites and full-sized catering. Whether in person or on location with our food truck making stops and bringing it all to you, Town Deli is where excellence in quality meets taste. Voted the island's best. Stop on in and let us serve you.
And we are back from Great Kills Little League. Top half of the fourth inning about to get started. Once again, it is a one-run ball game. Rhode Island over Massachusetts 3-2. Maya Glassford the batter. And she swings and misses there for strike one.
Massachusetts stealing a run in that last half inning. A good heads-up base running. Now the question is, can Rhode Island get that run back?
Count even at 1 strike on Glassford. She struck out her first time up back in the first inning. 1-1. Popped up, shallow, and it lands. Fair ball. That one landing on the lip of the infield turf. Both infielders on the right side converging, couldn't get there, and Glassford leads off the fourth with a single.
Good start to the inning right there for Rhode Island. We'll get a second look in just a few moments.
Glassford got just enough of that one to dump it over the right side of the infield, and now Colby Santos looking to bunt as Glassford takes off. She's into second.
And Joe, I mentioned earlier, she won the Roadrunner competition. You just saw it right there. Not even a chance for Massachusetts to get her out.
Not a chance to get her out, and not any hesitation in looking to run. The 1-0. Up high, 2-0, and there she goes for third, and I think they got her.
But
no.
Joe, the ball came out of the glove.
The ball came out of the glove. They had her, but the ball came out of the third baseman's glove.
That's a tough break right there for Massachusetts. That was a good throw. Just came out of the glove at the last second.
Singleton got theirs. That's hit to second. That will get a run in. Will they get the out at first? And I think the call was out, and it was.
You got the run back, though, Joe. It's now 4-2.
And that didn't take long. Aggressive base running by Glassford. Santos puts the ball in play. And Rhode Island is back in front by a pair as Blake Tucker comes to bat.
Looks like the right call.
Yeah, admittedly, Nick, we're calling this game through the backstop. To get a read on safe or out without the umpire's call, really tough. There's a chopper to first. That play much more routine as Holtzman steps on the bag for out number 2. Avery Wright, the batter now. Base is empty, 2 gone in the road, fourth. And Wright swings and misses strike one.
Once again, now a 2-run lead for Rhode Island in this game. They got that run back from that previous half inning.
1, high and outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Two and one. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So after the run comes home, very quickly, U is able to get the next couple of outs. We head to the home half of inning number 4. Rhode Island back in front by 2. Our score, 4-2.
Awards and Trophy Center is proud to sponsor this week's New York State Little League Championship. Located at 1600 Highland Boulevard on Staten Island, we pride ourselves in not only building trophies, but building relationships as we service our community and treat you like family. Your event and its achievements deserve the best. That's why Country Awards and Trophy Center is ready to work with all of our clients to make your event a memorable one, with awards, trophies, and gifts that make a lasting impression. Come see why we love our customers and they love us. Visit us today.
This tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
El Weber will lead things off for Massachusetts in the home half of the fourth inning. After pulling to within a run in the third, they now trail by 2 again. And Nick, in this game, the base running has been a huge factor for both teams. They've really been pressing out on the base pass. They've been aggressive, and it's paid off.
Yeah, now we'll see if Massachusetts get a run or maybe even 2 back in this inning. And once again, a 2-run deficit. And keep in mind, they're down to their final nine outs in this game. See, Joe, I'm starting to lose my wording. I've been saying it all week.
The 1-1 in there for strike 1 and 2. And I don't think we've ever covered this many games in this short a time, Nick.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. Especially not this amount of hours either.
The 1-2, low and inside. I think the closest I've come was 10 games in 5 days. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Weber down swinging for the first out in the home fourth. And Mila Yu will be the batter.
Another strikeout for Shabbat as well.
Yu 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second. Looking to help her own cause here and bring the tying run to the plate as that one goes straight to the backstop. The 1-0. And Shabbat sends another one straight to the backstop. Two-0. In there for a strike, 2 and 1. Two one. Low and inside. Three one. Inside, ball 4. And this time, Nick, I made sure.
Well, at least she was in a 3-1 count, not a 3-2 count, where it could have been something different. But nonetheless, though, Joe, it's time run to the plate now for Massachusetts.
It's a 1-out base runner for the home team. And Calista Doherty is the batter. She takes down an in ball 1, and here we go with the runner at first base, Nick.
Key candidate potentially to steal that bag over at second. Put the runner in scoring position.
The 1-0. Fouled back, 1 and 1.
Of course, Joe, looking towards the scheduling for tomorrow as well. For these two teams, the New England play-in and semifinal are in later on the day.
That one taken out of the zone.
The play-in game for New England will be at 11:30. That will be at the main field. And then 2 p.m. will be the semifinal with the play-in winner taking on the number 1 seed, that being Connecticut. The final game of the day at 4:30 will be Maine taking on the winner of this game.
So then our Mid-Atlantic plane is at 9 on the main field.
Yes.
Got it. And Doherty just got a piece. Good job there to stay alive. 2-2. in at the letters for a called strike 3. Doherty down looking for out number 2. And it will be left to Caitlin Yandek. Now, I think I misspelled Caitlin's last name on my roster. I wrote Yondeck, so it's Caitlin Yandek, not Yandek.
Yeah. I thought you were trying to say Jan like in a different way.
Well, I said it wrong the first at bat too, Nick.
I know.
To be fair, I transcribed it off a handwritten lineup card.
Show it to my pronunciation paper.
That one chopped back toward the circle. Shabbat has it, and that will do it for Massachusetts in the 4th. They strand 1 on base as we head to the 5th. Our score remains 4-2.
Staten Island Academy is the only pre-K through 12 independent school on Staten Island. And it really is designed for students to go through the entire educational experience in one setting.
What the Academy seeks to do is take every student to accelerate their gifts and their strengths and to find those gifts and strengths that are yet unknown.
I think the community is something that you can't match anywhere else. It just makes you feel comfortable doing what you like to do every single day.
The Staten Island Ferry Hawks are proud to be a sponsor of this year's New York State Little League Championship because one championship organization deserves another. Come check out another amazing season with us at Staten Island University Hospital Community Ballpark with great ticket and group deals, theme nights, and fireworks displays. Good luck to all of our teams this week from your friends at the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. We'll see you at the game.
Fifth inning from great kills. 4-2 our score. In the second game on the final day of pool play, Rhode Island leading Massachusetts. That one fouled back by Isabella Scaramuzzo. She's behind 0-1. Scaramuzzo grounded out to second in her first at bat back in the second inning. 0-1. That one straight to the backstop, 1-1. The 1-1. And Scaramuzzo half-heartedly offering at that pitch, 1-2.
Massachusetts got to make sure they can keep this a 2-run deficit, Joe. Don't want to make it any further. We've already seen a couple games here today. Or not today, I should say a couple games, but a couple games over the weekend where we've seen these, similar type of leads going away where teams will score about 6 or 7 runs, maybe even more, and force that mercy rule.
Last time I covered Rhode Island a couple of days back, they were behind by 3 entering the late stages. They cut that lead to 1 but could not get even. They trail by 2 here in the 5th, and that is in for a called strike 3.
Massachusetts, of course, has had, unfortunately for them, one of those games that I was talking about where they were down 3-2, and then 9 runs came around for Maine. They walked it off via the mercy rule. So they got to make sure that they don't get into a spot where that could happen. Still a lot of game left as well for them, but they're down to their final 6 outs, also keep in mind.
Well, I just said Rhode Island trailed by 2. I meant to say Massachusetts trails by 2. 0-1 the count here on Lucia Scaramuzzo. She's 0-1 with a strikeout. And she takes down and in 1-1. But Massachusetts hoping for some of that late inning magic that Rhode Island captured against Maine. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Scaramuzzo struck out her lone at bat back in the second. And she takes way upstairs, 2-2.
Tried to fool her with an off-speed pitch right there, but did not get it done. Count even at 2.
That one sliced foul. Another battle brewing between pitcher and hitter here. We've said it many times throughout the last week plus. This is now day 8 for us here at Great Kills. And the 2-2 is high and outside, ball 3. Chance of win the battle from the dugout.
It certainly has been a battle.
Payoff pitch. Low and inside, ball 4.
Scaramuzzo wins the battle.
1 out base runner for Long Island. Looking to add to their lead, and now Millie Gobeil will be the batter. She walked and came around to score in the 3rd. And she takes ball 1. One out. Outside 2-0. And the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Big swing there. It's now 2-1. Two-one. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There goes the runner. And the throw is offline. So Scaramuzzo moves into scoring position. Still 1 out in the inning, but now it's 2-2 count on Gobeil. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeouts continue to pile up for Mila Yu. That's her 2nd of the inning. And there are 2 gone.
That's something we also have seen a lot this week. A lot of strikeouts from these pitchers. They have been having some very high strikeout totals here.
That last one was number 8 for you. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Maddie Altruda. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Altruda goes down swinging, and Rhode Island will strand 1 in the Rhode 5th inning. We head to the bottom half of inning number 5. Massachusetts still trailing by a pair.
K&S Industrial is your all-in-one supply and tool store for commercial, industrial, and domestic industries. A leader in HVAC supply stores, K&S provides various building and maintenance supplies for office buildings, industrial plants, schools, homes, and more. We also specialize in getting our customers hard-to-find items. If you're looking for HVAC supply stores that also offer anything else you might need, look no further than K&S Industrial. If they make it, we'll get it. K&S Industrial.
State Little League Championship is proud to have Dave & Buster's as a proud sponsor. Where are you going after the game? There's only one place with delicious food, ice-cold drinks, games on the big screen, and fun for the whole family. Food and drink specials are available all week with the latest video games and the biggest arcade on the island. Redeem tokens for great prizes and come back often because Dave & Buster's is the place to be for game day and all the days in between. Turn on the fun with Dave & Buster's on Staten Island.
Charlotte Staples will lead off for Massachusetts here in the home half of the 5th inning. Her team trailing by 2 runs. Our score, Rhode Island over Massachusetts, 4-2. Staples quickly ahead 1-0 here. She singled her last time up, was ultimately stranded at third base as she takes up and away for ball 2. 2-0. Hit sharply through the right side, base hit.
Yeah, under the
and
glove.
It gets through the right fielder, but I don't think that will matter as the throw does come into second, and now Staples caught in a rundown. She slides back into first.
She's safe.
And they're taking a close look here.
She was safe. The ball was in the glove.
Now, if you take the turn at first base,
yeah,
and then slide back in, but only make contact on the follow-through of the slide with the orange bag, is that as good as being on the base? I don't think so, right?
I don't know.
Because it looked like she was anchored to the orange part of that bag as that pitch is in for a strike. This is Tilly Roach at the plate. Second hit of the game for Staples. Roach also reached her first time up with a walk. And now she's behind 0-2. Two-strike pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 away in the inning now, and Ella Thang will be the batter. Thang behind 0-1. That sails high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Showing bunt here on 1-1.
Pulls it back, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's back-to-back punch-outs for Shabbat. And they come in a big spot with the tying run at the plate. It will be left to Penny Stewart. And if she can get on, that will turn it over to the top of the order.
How big would that be for this Massachusetts lineup? Showing bunt in their first strike.
Stewart struck out swinging back in the third, 0-1. 0-1. In there for a called strike 2.
One more strike away, Joe, from another punch out in this game.
We'll tally those up after this next pitch as that is swung on and missed, strike 3. Shabbat strikes out the side. And I will tally up those strikeouts and let you know when we come back from break. 3 in the 5th inning for Shabbat. And her team comes to bat looking for some insurance after this break.
To sports, why be good when you can be legendary? At Legend Sporting Goods in Brooklyn, we service the community with only the best custom apparel, embroidery, and service, specializing in youth sports, so that the leaders of today become the legends of tomorrow. We're proud to support all of this week's great athletes and invite everyone to check us out and make us a part of your team. Come see why Legend Sporting Goods is in a class by itself. Visit us online or call us now.
Deli, we're glad to be your go-to pizzeria, serving you the best pies, signature sandwiches, and gourmet meals in Staten Island since 1971. Visit us at 5373 Arthur Kill Road to find out why we're the island's best for quick bites and full-sized catering. Whether in person or on location with our food truck making stops and bringing it all to you, Town Deli is where excellence in quality meets taste. Voted the island's best. Stop on in and let us serve you.
Top of the 6th inning from Great Kills Little League. Rhode Island comes to the plate, leading by a pair and looking for some insurance. Mila Yu back to the circle for Massachusetts.
Now, Joe, there was a conversation down the first baseline. I'm not sure what happened there.
Your guess is as good as mine, Nick.
We are seeing Hadley Tompkins come out of the game. She was the starting catcher.
It's a defensive realignment.
Yeah.
Perhaps Tompkins dehydrated, maybe? Earlier in the game, they stopped the action for her.
It looked like she was grimacing towards maybe her hip or something. It wasn't, I'm not 100%
well,
sure.
She was injured earlier in the game, sliding
Right.
into second base.
Yeah.
And so it couldn't have been Tompkins who needed the hydration break before. She's not catching. So I think maybe it's just that play earlier at second base.
Yeah, maybe.
Meanwhile, it's going to be 12-1-2 for Rhode Island.
Apologies. I forgot she was in left field. Yes. She did have that play over at second base.
Now, I think, we missed one pitch as that gets to the backstop.
It's 2-1.
Yeah. Two one, swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a dribbler to the right side. Yu gets to it. And a low flip into the runner is just in time.
Yeah, those could be dangerous sometimes. Thankfully, no collision down that first base line. There's the first out of this inning as Rhode Island's trying to get some insurance runs for the bottom half of the 6th inning.
At the plate now, leadoff hitter, Natalie Marichal. She walked back in the first and had an RBI ground out in the third. She's ahead 1-0 here. That's hit well to the opposite field, and that may have contacted the glove of the right fielder. Doherty stopping and taking a turn around second was Marichal, but she is anchored to the bag, and it's a 1-out base hit, I believe, Nick. Did that contact the glove? Ball was hit hard, probably a double. Probably a double.
Yeah, I would say double.
I'm with you. It's a double for Marichal.
The best look we're going to have on in the replay would be our third base camera.
And there goes the runner. There's nobody covering third. Here comes Marichal, and she will score. More aggressive base running from Marichal. And Rhode Island has pushed across an insurance run here in the 6th.
And we'll see how big that insurance run comes to be. A great, once again, aggressive base running from this Rhode Island team. Awards them another run in this game. They're now up 5-2. You mentioned it, Joe. There was nobody covering the base because they were looking for the bunt on that play.
This infield defense for both teams has been tested, as that'll be a 1-out walk. And Savannah Shabbat is on, and you have to think, Nick, it won't be long before she runs.
Yeah.
Maddie Marishow at the plate now, consulting that wristband. There she goes. Throw off the glove of Weber. Otherwise, they might have had her. But it's a stolen base for Shabbat. And it took all of one pitch, Nick, before they sent her off.
And now a chance here for Rhode Island to get another run this half inning and increase this lead. Now, I would be lying to you if I didn't just grimace right there. I would be I would be lying.
Well, that didn't get over the net, did it?
Oh, it did, Joe. It did. We'll be making our way out to the parking lot after this game.
The 1-1 hit sharply to first and through for a base hit. Maddie Marishow with an opposite field single. The runner headed home. Shabbat scores. Marishow to second. And they paid her no mind. It's an RBI base hit for the Rhode Island shortstop, and they've pushed across 2 insurance runs here in this 6th inning.
Big insurance runs indeed, Joe, and you see more aggressive base running once again from this Rhode Island team.
That one gets through to the backstop. Throw to third, not in time. It was a swing and miss by Glassford, but moving up to third now is Marishow. And once again, Rhode Island is poised to add to their lead. That pitch in for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And they had a 2-strike count, Nick.
I did too.
So is the batter
out? That was second out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I feel a little bit better now.
Well, no, you had.
I had 0-2, and then I put a ball up on the board.
Okay. They'll throw behind the runner at third again. At the plate here, Colby Santos. Santos singled and scored. Back in the second, grounded out in the fourth, and that one will drop for a base hit. Santos comes through with a 2-out knock. In to score is Marishow, and it's now 7-2 Rhode Island.
This is a big inning for this Rhode Island team, Joe. They were up 2 to start the inning. Now they're up by 5 runs. They are looking like they're in prime position right now to be that number 3 seed in this New England region.
At the plate now, Blake Tucker. And there goes the runner. Throw to second. Not in time. What did you have as the call on that pitch, Nick?
Check the pitcher batter cam. That's a ball.
1-0. That one fouled off by Tucker, 1-1. The 1-1. Down low. The runner venturing off second draws a throw, but nothing more. Tucker had an RBI single in the second. Grounded out in her next at bat. Foot race to the bag, and that ball rolling toward the line allowed Holtzman to apply the tag. The runner stays put over at third, and that will do it. We are through 5.5 here at Great Kills. Home half of inning number 6 coming up. Massachusetts trailing by 5.
Tournament would not be possible without the great support of the Staten Island Advance. Not only does the Staten Island Advance have full coverage of the tournament, but we are committed to covering Island youth sports year-round and all news close to home. Pick up the paper today and look for great subscriber deals now for our loyal readership. Visit us online at silive.com for news and photos of this week's tournament and all the breaking news on Staten Island, the nation, and the world. The news of Staten Island is the Staten Island Advance and silive.com.
Staten Island Academy is the only pre-K through 12 independent school on Staten Island. And it really is designed for students to go through the entire educational experience in one setting.
What the Academy seeks to do is take every student to accelerate their gifts and their strengths and to find those gifts and strengths that are yet unknown.
I think the community is something that you can't match anywhere else. It just makes you feel comfortable doing what you like to do every single day.
Hadley Tompkins will lead off in the home half of the 6th inning. Her team now trailing by 5 after Rhode Island put up 3 in the top half. Big insurance runs for them as they look to lock up the 3 seed in this New England regional pool.
Joe, I forget if you said the tally. What was the number of strikeouts Shabbat had?
She had 13 coming out of the last inning. I don't think I ever mentioned it when we came back from break, but I did tally it up, and she has punched out 13 Massachusetts hitters and is now ahead of Tompkins 0-2.
So she has 30 strikeouts in her last 2 games.
Incredible number.
31.
Tompkins down, swinging, 1 away in the 6th.
That's the only disadvantage for me not having the scorebook book that you have. That I couldn't tally up the number that she had in game 1. She had a good number in that one, too. I just don't know.
What you're saying is you were unprepared.
Well, I don't have the book that you have.
You need a book.
I do need a book.
You need a functioning printer.
Well, I do need that also.
Lennon Metlock, the hitter here, behind 0-1. She flew out in her first at-bat, singled and scored in the 3rd. The 0-1. That's hit sharply through the middle for a base hit. And Metlock has her 2nd hit of the game.
That was a nice shot right up the middle, as you mentioned. It's a 1-out single here in the 6th for Metlock.
It's been a good outing for the Massachusetts shortstop. 1-out base runner now for Riley Singleton. There goes Metlock, and she's safe.
Now I see what you're saying, Joe. I just noticed what you were talking about earlier with the second base umpire.
When he signals for time, he raises a closed fist.
He first went like this, where the 5, and then he closed his fist after.
I haven't seen him do it that way. I've seen the reverse. Closed fist to the air,
and then this?
Open the palm.
Okay.
Yeah.
This time he went like this and then closed it. Maybe he heard you.
Professional deke. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on Singleton. And that is ripped foul. Wow. Count 1-2 on Singleton, who has reached in both of her at-bats. Walked in the 1st, singled in the 3rd. And she goes down swinging here. 2 away.
Meanwhile, Joe, they threw it to third base. The runner just got in safely.
It's a good thing you saw it, Nick, because I do not have a view of third base from where I'm seated.
Well, I saw the throw from behind the plate starting it off.
It will be left to Gabby Holtzman. Holtzman struck out looking in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd. And she just got out of the way of that one, 1-0. The 1-0. Up and in. No advance from 3rd. As that ball got to the backstop. 2-0 now on Holtzman. The 2-0. Ball 3. Massachusetts needs base runners trailing by 5. Holtzman trying to keep this game going. 3-0. Ball 4.
They'll keep this game going with the 2-out walk. Massachusetts trying to continue the line here. Maybe see if they can make things interesting here in the 6th.
Elle Weber to the plate here. She struck out swinging in both the 1st and the 4th. And she takes low, ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled up into the netting. And Nick holds his breath.
That one I'm good on. That one's good. Anything down the first base line, that's when I hold my breath. And we've already had one go down that line, so we'll have to make our way out just to make sure.
Nick was suffocating earlier.
Yes.
The 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Runner headed for second.
No throw.
No throw. They'll concede the base to Holtzman. You call that defensive indifference, Nick?
Yeah.
All for the sake of accuracy in the scorecard. The 1-2. And Weber held up, but she goes down looking. And Rhode Island has their first win of pool play. They lock up the 3 seed in the New England Regional Pool. And with that, they move on to a game with the 2 seed Maine tomorrow afternoon. As for Massachusetts, they will have to play Vermont in the play-in game 4 versus 5, that game tomorrow morning.
And, of course, the winner of that game, Joe, will then take on Connecticut, the number 1 seed in the semifinal matchup. So not over yet, obviously, for these two teams. Big win there for Rhode Island. Once again, though, Joe, great pitching from Shabbat in this game. I think finished with 15 strikeouts, if I'm not mistaken, or is it 16?
It was 16. She
16.
had 13 entering the 6th, gave up a base hit, walked a batter, but working around that, she struck out the side. 16 punch-outs in her last 2 games, 33 strikeouts.
That's a number you are very, very fond of.
That is true. And no, I'm not a Freemason. But with that, we will wrap up here from Great Kills. Our final score here in this second game of pool play on this Monday. Rhode Island 7, Massachusetts 2. Consulting our schedule, Nick, we have our next game at 2 p.m., and that will feature Maryland taking on Pennsylvania. So join us back here in about 50 minutes, and we will have coverage of the Maryland-Pennsylvania matchup for you right here on the PDF Sports Network.